Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope you had a nice weekend. This is Elaine with Elaine's Creations, and I'm doing my weekly Facebook Live every Tuesday at 9. I hope you invite your friends to join us. We always do some fun cards, and today we're going to do more Christmas cards, of course. And then I will continue next week because all the holidays are falling on Wednesday and Thursday, so we're good for our Facebook Lives. So I want to start off with the raffle, and last week's prize is this really nice copper ink pad, Encore copper ink pad. You have to heat set it to dry it, but it's a really, really pretty color. And the winner is Sylvia Wilson. So congratulations, Sylvia. I think I have your address because you've won before, so I will send that out to you. The prize for this week is some really lovely mini sequin trim. It's hard to see, but it's really nice. You can use it for sequins or for whatever. So please do what you know to do to enter the raffle, and I will pick a winner next week. So I want to start off with these Christmas cards. I use them for my stamp club, and I have a stamp club that meets every month, and we make 3 cards or 3 projects. And if you're local in the area and are interested, I would love for you to join us. I have 1 spot left starting in January. All right, so these are the cards that we made. We did this one with the beautiful Boughs, and this one with the exclusive Christmas Rose stamp set. I forgot to refresh my page here. And this one with Snowfront. Everyone loved this one. So we're going to start with this card. Actually, yeah. Okay. One of these, or this, some vellum, and this piece. All right, so I started off with a card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored and folded in half. And then this is 5 by 3 3/4. Let me double check that. Yes, 5 by 3 3/4. And I'm going to stamp the Boughs in garden green. My stacks of ink here. And we have the Boughs. And then I'm going to add some little dots with the Seaside Spray. This is Seaside Spray. Isn't it a pretty color? It's super pretty. So let's see if we scroll down here. Here we go. Good morning, Sylvia. Yay! Good morning, Denise. Hopefully it's not frozen. So I'm just going to stamp this around. I'm going to start in the corners. I like to start in the corners and then kind of fill in the middle. Just fill in. So there's our Boughs. And that was garden green. Now I'm going to use Seaside Spray with these little dots, and I'm just going to put them all around like they're snow. Kind of fun, add a fun element to the card. All right, sorry, it looks like I froze. Okay, so we're going again. All right, so that was that. And then I'm going to stamp Season's Greetings and 2 pine cones in soft suede. So there's a large pine cone and a small pine cone. And then Season's Greetings. Stamp that right on there. Nice. All right, so now I'm going to cut these out using the dies. So this is the stamp set. Oh, I thought it was Beautiful Boughs. It's Peaceful Boughs. Peaceful Boughs. May the spirit of peace gently fill your heart and home this most wonderful time of the year. This is a great sentiment to stamp inside. I love when stamp sets have a nice greeting and then a nice sentiment to stamp inside. So it means you don't have to write as much inside the card, right? So here's the pine cones, and then there's 3 different kinds of boughs, and then here's our little sprinkle. And then you can cut out 3 different kinds of boughs and these nice labels here. We've cut this one out and this one out of vellum. And then you do have 2 pine cones that you can do, but I used these 2 pine cones to cut out these. So we've got our pine cones. These are in a bundle, and if you purchase the bundle, you get 10% off. And if you purchase by Friday, I am going to send you all the cards that I make today. So check it out. Check out my website, eStampin.com. I gotta find my little thing. Here's the November hostess code. And this is the last week for November. So now I have these, so now I can start putting this together. We have the beautiful Seaside Spray ribbon. So I'm just going to trim some of that off. It's really pretty ribbon. Good morning, Irene. There we go. Did I do it the wrong way? I think I did. It goes up and through. Pull it through, and then it goes back behind. There. And so now we're just going to adhere this to the card. We're going to adhere it to this white piece right here. We'll adhere it to the back. So I'm just going to tack this in place so that I can adhere this to the back. Get this ribbon. And then just wrap that on the back. And then we'll get this ribbon going this way. Tack that ribbon down. All right, so now, of course, I use dimensionals to pop this layer up. And dimensionals on these, and this is flat. So just remove the backing and put this on the card. All right. place this here. And then we'll do the season's greetings. Let's see if I can figure something out. Share in a group. Actually, I'll do that. And then add the little cute pine cones. And voila, you've got your pretty, pretty card using the Peaceful Boughs stamp set. The next card I'm going to show you is using the Christmas Rose. And this stamp set is actually part of a suite that's only available in November. I made some cards from it earlier this month. But I wanted to highlight it again because this is the last week that you can get it. But it consists of 2 stamp sets, Christmas Rose, and this is a rubber stamp set, and then this is a photopolymer stamp set. So really, really pretty. And then the dies cut out the big rose, and then you've got a really pretty label and some fancy little pieces here. And I used these fancy pieces and this label on these boxes that I made. I fussy cut some of the paper. There's paper that comes with this too, as well as these really pretty enamel dots. So I used the gold right here on both sides and embossed in gold, and then used the label. Such a pretty die set. You definitely don't want to miss out. You definitely want to purchase these by Saturday. And if you purchase them together, of course, they're in a bundle and they're 10% off. And you get 2 stamp sets and the dies. So it's really nice. So for this card, I started off with some crumb cake and a piece of shimmery white paper. And then this is some of the pretty paper that's part of the suite. And then get my embossing buddy because we're going to emboss the flower in gold. So I'm going to grab my flower. It's quite large. And ink it up with Versamark. Get it really nice and inked. And then I'm going to stamp this. Give it some good pressure. Woo! And then we're going to add the gold embossing powder. That looks pretty good. All right. Now we're going to heat this up. It starts to change and melt. So pretty. All right, so now I'm going to let that cool off and I'm going to cut it out with the die. So this die right here cuts this out, this large one. It fits right there and cuts it out. And voila, I cut it out. So now I'm going to stamp in crumb cake on here. Crumb I'm just going to stamp in the corners, like here, maybe some down here. And now we're going to paint. So we're going to start with Cherry Cobbler. And I'm going to use my aqua painter. Woo. And I'm just going to go ahead and get this rose a little bit wet. This rose too. I'm going to grab some ink and I'm going to start with the darkest in the middle and then kind of work my way out to the lightest. And we can add some more here. And then let's add some over here. Okay, and then you kind of let that dry just a tiny bit, and then you go back in with some dark, and you kind of, I like to go on the inside, so the inside of the petal, and the water will kind of spread it out. Not pretty? This set is just so pretty. I'll kind of blend that out a little bit. And you can keep working it more and more and adding more dimension as you like. Add some. And then you're going to do all the berries as well. Don't forget all the little berries. They're all Cherry Cobbler. And then I did the leaves in Old Olive and these pine cones in Soft Suede. So I'm not going to take the time to color this whole thing because voila, I already have it done. So I did the leaves in Old Olive, the berries and the roses in Cherry Cobbler, and then these 3 pine cones in Soft Suede. So now that we have watercolored and it's all nice and dry, we can put the card together. So we're going to start with some beautiful ribbon from the Suite, this gold shimmery ribbon. And I want to tie a bow, so I'm going to get lots of nice ribbon. I love this ribbon. I'm going to buy some more. I'm going to tie a knot first. That just kind of helps when I'm tying a bow. And then we'll tie our pretty, pretty bow. Wants to go that way. It's fine. And then now I can start adding all these elements. So I've got this up on dimensionals as well as this. This is really pretty paper. So this tucks under here. Goes like this. And then this tucks under here as well, with the big leaves going up. Then we have this little black piece that we're going to emboss, and we're going to add some of the dots. So I did kind of a large one. I have one on my finger somehow. I'm going to do 3 little ones. Okay, so now we just need our sentiment. So I'm going to use the embossing buddy on this, and then get my Versamark, and then I'm going to stamp this sentiment. May your Christmas, may this Christmas fill your heart with warmth and love. I love these sentiments. And then we're going to use white embossing powder for this one. Looks good. And then where did I put my tweezers so I don't burn my fingers? Tweezers. So pretty. And the last step is to let this dry just a little bit, cool, and we'll pop a dimensional on here. There we go. And there's our beautiful Christmas rose card. I want this bow to go this way. Well, we tried. What do you think? So again, if you purchase the bundle, I will send you all the cards that I'm making today. So go check that out on my website, eStampin.com. The last card is Snowfront, and it's just this gorgeous scenery set with all these different things like a pond, mountains, trees, a little cabin, snowman, some deer. So we're going to do this little vignette, this little scene, and we're going to emboss it and do an emboss resist technique. So we're going to start with our cardstock, just regular white, and let me grab the red as well. So we've got that, and I'm going to stamp the scene first. So I've got my scene pieces and my snowman. So I'm going to start with the mountains, and I'm using smoky slate. So the mountains are somewhat in the middle. And then we've got kind of this little snowdrift for the house to sit on. And then we've got another snowbank over here for the trees. And one over here for the other trees. And I'm gonna keep that aside, and I'm going to stamp these trees first in soft suede. So just like here. And so now I can stamp my snowman in between the trees. There we go, cute little snowman. Next we have the trees in shaded spruce. So the larger tree I'm going to stamp and then stamp again. So I've got a dark one and a light one. Oh, smeared it. Well, I don't like it being smeared. All right, I'll try my sand eraser. Sand eraser can sometimes take off ink, but basically it's removing the top layer of the card, of the paper. So if you don't mind that it's doing that, sand erasers are great for when you make mistakes or get an ink smudge or something. But it takes a little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of patience. But you see how that's starting to come off there? So the kids are home for Thanksgiving this week. Do your kids have the week off? Do you have the week off? And what are you doing for Thanksgiving? We're getting together with my husband's family. All right, there we go, fixed. All right, and then the last thing to stamp in Early Espresso is the little house. Where did the little house go? I hope I didn't lose my little house. Here's the house. So here's the little house. And now I'm going to use the embossing buddy to just kind of go over this because we're going to clear emboss this. So I'm going to use the whole Versamark ink pad and I'm going to ink this all up. Make sure it's really well inked and that you're getting your whole scene. And then I'm going to pour clear embossing powder all over it. And you can repeat this step several times. But just go ahead and get lots on there. Okay. Looks pretty good. And then we're going to emboss it. You'll see it start to turn glossy. With my fingers. All right, that looks pretty good. If you're happy with that, then you can, if you're not happy with that, then you can go back and add more embossing powder and heat it up again. But I think that looks pretty good. So now the fun resist part is with soft suede. And I'm gonna grab my background. So now I'm going to stamp this twice. This is the birch background. So I'm going to stamp here. And then I'm going to ink up again, just on this side. And I'm going to stamp here. So now it's created this really nice background for us. Put this over here again. And I'm just going to take a baby wipe and I'm going to wipe, or you could take a paper towel. And I'm just going to very carefully wipe off where we embossed. Just going to wipe some of that off. And then I'm going to get a paper towel. I have lots of paper towels. I'm just going to finish wiping that off. And then reveal this really cute vignette surrounded by the birch background. What do you think? So now I'm going to just layer this on the red, the real red. And then I have some real red ribbon. That I'm just going to cut and then tie a bow. Cut that. And I'm going to just wrap this around about there. And then we'll use some glue dots to adhere the bow. And then I put this up on dimensionals. And then we have our card. Using the snow front stamp set. Isn't that really pretty? It's a really fun, pretty technique to do. So next week I'm going to be showing you a really fun gift bag using the Let It Snow paper and stamp set and suite. And then inside the bag I have this cute little box. And inside the cute little box I have this cute ornament. And then 3 cute cards with envelopes. Got a little snowman, Let It Snow. So be sure to join me for that, and I'm going to be having this class, if you're local, next Thursday, so you can join me. And if you can't join me and you would like this class kit, just contact me and I will get you a kit to make this fun bag, box, cards, and ornament. Isn't that fun? Super cute. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed these Christmas cards, and I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks. Bye.